But hello there.
Hello, Mr. Grinch. It is a privilege to be talking to you.
Yes, it is, isn't it? I am extremely awesome, after all.
Now, you have a very busy schedule at the park. You do the Grinchmas program, and walking around the park all day, isn't that a lot to take in, being that you are, of course, the Grinch?
Yes, it is. I'm exhausted. Woo! But it's fun, though, because I get to steal Christmas at least 6 or 8 times a day, which is fantastic.
Now, what do the kids say when they see you?
Usually it's kind of some screaming and some yelling and some running away. Yeah.
Really? They don't want to take a picture with you?
No, they always want to take a picture with me.
Now, do you
I might take
smile?
a picture with them. I might. Maybe. Maybe. Depends.
Do you smile, though, in the pictures?
Some of them. Some of them I do. Some of them I frown. Some of them I'm doing a little hoo.
No, that's awesome. So I have a question, because when I found out that Simon Cowell from American Idol was going to be quitting, I thought, you know who would be a very good replacement would be the Grinch.
I would love that. I am the insult master. Plus, I have an ear for music. Yeah.
Really?
I do.
What kind of things would you do to a contestant on one of those competition shows?
On a competition show, I'd say, fail, fail, you're terrible, you're awful. You know, stuff like that.
And what have other people said, you know where you should be doing this and that? Like, have they also thought of another person you should replace, kind of like Simon Cowell?
Another person that I should replace? No, there's only one me, so I'm irreplaceable myself.
Now, let me ask you some questions about being green.
Okay.
Because green can be a good thing. We've got Kermit the Frog, CeeLo green, but then we have the Wicked Witch that's green. What kind of challenges do you have being that color?
Being green? Absolutely
Yes.
no challenges whatsoever. It's the greatest thing ever.
Why?
Why? Because it's the best. Look at me. All you gotta do is take a little gander on this beautiful green skin and this fur and say, perfection.
Now, talking about the fur, you've got this long fur on your fingers. How do you get a manicure on that?
Manicure? Why would I ever want a manicure?
Well,
I have some claws underneath this, which I find exquisite, personally.
Have you ever hurt anybody with them?
Have I hurt? No, not me. Nope. No. Yes.
Now, what happens if you get something in your eye? How do you scratch your eye?
I scratch like this. See? Easy.
And how about eating? Doesn't that pose a challenge when you're eating like tacos and stuff and things that you have to kind of lick your fingers for?
Tacos? Give me a nice fillet o' rotten fish and sprinkle, or a green sundae. Have you ever heard of one of those?
No, tell me about
it. A green sundae, they're delicious. It's a moldy ice cream topped with motor oil, and then you sprinkle some nuts and bolts on top of it. Delicious!
How often do you have one of those?
I will treat myself to one at least once a week, you know. I don't want to get too fat, you know. I got to be able to fit down some chimneys.
Oh, right. So what else do you eat that you enjoy?
I enjoy glass and different pieces of garbage. Cardboard is actually quite delicious. And,
really? Why?
Oh, yeah. Why? Well, it's the consistency. I enjoy it.
Because it's chewable? You can just keep chewing?
Oh, yes. Yeah, and the plain brown cardboard is not quite as good as the colored kind. Broken glass is good. Yeah.
Good. So what are some things, maybe some other foods that you absolutely detest that everybody else seems to enjoy and you don't understand why?
Anything that has anything to do with the holidays. Hoo hash, roast beef. No, thank you.
Now, how about sweets, though? Because obviously you like ice cream. It's just green ice cream.
No, as long as it's moldy. Yeah, it's got to have the mold on it.
Oh.
That gives
Is it half melted?
Half melted? Yep.
Okay. And what other foods do you have around the house constantly?
What other foods do I have around the house constantly? Your basic mold, spores, you know, some amoebas. You don't think those are foods? They're delicious.
I'm sure they are to you. So speaking of grooming here at your house, how do you fix your hair in the morning?
I don't need to. It's naturally beautiful.
So you don't do anything when you wake up?
No, I jump out of bed like, bang, yeah. Every once in a while, Max will style my eyebrows by chewing on them. But, you know.
How about your beard?
My beard? Well, I have a beard?
The fur under your chin?
What about it? It's perfect.
Doesn't it ever bother you?
Nope, not at all. Not in the least.
Now, how about this Santa? Because you're wearing a Santa costume, which is very interesting because you being against Christmas and all.
Exactly.
Aren't you a little warm in that?
Of course I am, but it's the perfect disguise. See, people don't realize I'm sneaking up on them. Like, oh, look, it's Santa Claus. Where'd my presents go? It's perfect. It's camouflage.
But you go all out, like you have everything.
Yeah.
And don't you think that's extremely hot, though, in Florida weather around the parks?
Yeah, it sure is. You should try it. I feel faint right now. I'm going to pass out.
Well, and considering your belly size a little bit, any plans on losing a little weight?
Absolutely not. Nope. I like to push my weight around a little bit. I'm perfect size right now. Can't gain any more, can't lose any more. Perfect.
That's a good thing to be content. And your heart is a little small. So do you do any cardio, Pilates, Zumba, anything that kind of helps strengthen your small heart?
Well, not really. I've invented a martial art, and I usually go out and do some of that. Yeah. It's called Grinch Jitsu. Shikaw, shabam! Has mostly to do with stealing presents, so, you know.
Now, describe that a little bit. If you had to describe that to a kid, how would you describe it?
I would describe it like this. All right, you walk up, you go, shika-bam, and the presents are gone. And then people are like, what, where'd they go? I had a present and now it's gone. Where'd it go? You gotta be stealth-like.
Now, was there ever a moment where you were really scared stealing the presents, like thinking like, oh man, I'm really gonna get caught this time?
Oh, yeah, once. Cindy Lou almost busted me. But then I come out with the Santa outfit, and she's like, oh, Santa Claus. And I was like, woo, that was a close one. Woo, fooled her.
Now, what was the time of stealing presents that you enjoyed the most ever?
The time of stealing presents the most? Oh, there's too many to name. I like stealing the Christmas trees. I like stealing the ornaments. I like stealing the cars and all of it. I kind of like shoving the bags up the chimney, too. That's fun.
Why is that fun?
I don't know. It just is.
And what's the biggest present you have ever stolen?
The biggest present I've ever stolen? Probably a house.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I stole a house once.
Oh.
Yep. The Who's woke up just on the ground. They're like, where'd my house go? Boo-hoo. Yep, it was gone.
Awesome. Well, if you had to say anything to our radio audience, what kind of, just speaking from your own small heart, what would you want to share with them?
I would want to say, I hope everyone out there has a wonderful holidays and comes visit me at Universal Orlando. And then I would like to say...